Hello and welcome to another Arkeys video and to a new week of daily races on Gran Turismo 7. Amongst others, a new daily race A. We are at Sardegna C and we are in the 2013 Dodge Viper GTS. A very heavy car with lots of power and almost no braking power. And it's a tricky one. And finally, I was able to join the morning shenanigans on a Monday morning, so let's get straight into this one. So here we go, we've got Chicken Angel starting on pole position. It's the first available race of the week. I'm in my Lightning McQueen liveried Dodge Viper. Remember, there's a false start check on this one. And as we go off the line, you can see we've got some cars who might have forgotten about that part. Another thing you can forget is to practice turn 1 when coming from a grid start. Now look at this son of a silly person.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, that was me plowing straight through the field into the wall. And especially a big apology to MGT11111 for completely taking you out there. Yeah, and a deserved 5-second penalty for me. So that was not really the way I planned to start this one. You can see we've got another driver who's not really making friends with this car yet, but we've got a huge penalty to serve. And finally, let's see if we can salvage something from this one. Once again, the French driver is having trouble with the car and the braking points. I cannot blame him. I just showed that myself. I'm trying to make my way through this twisty and fast sweeping part of the track. And I think I'm trying to make a move around the outside. No, not really. It might be turning into a switcheroo instead. Get on the power and the rear end goes all slidey on me. But we managed to get the car going. Once again, coming up towards the final corner. And you just really have to be careful. You can see we've got Ghost Rider coming in a bit sideways there. And I think he might have exited that corner in first gear. Once the car is rotated, it's better to go up to second gear, I think, and you can get on the power, but still have to roll into it to avoid all the wheel spin. I managed to get on the brakes and just get the car stopped at the apex there. And we managed to get that move done as well. Here I short shift up to fourth as I have to lift anyway to get the car turned to the left looking for the 100 board. Down to second, just letting the car roll in. Up to third, it's really a tricky corner, that one. And down the hill, make sure you lift in time. And I upshifted a bit early to fourth. Usually it's better to upshift to fourth just as you pass that wall on the left at the bottom of the hill. And down to first gear, get the car not going sideways like that. But let's get on the power and see if we can catch up with these guys. I think we are staying on board for the rest of the race. Yeah, we've got a car stranded on the start finish line. He never even got started in this race, probably just disconnected. Getting the car stopped into turn 1 and we are back up behind MGT11111, who I unfortunately took out with my clumsy move at the start of the race. So let's not do that again. I am braking early, just sneaking in behind. Careful on the exit. And sorry, went into the back of him, and again, a bit clumsy of me once again, but we are coming up the hill. I'm braking at the end of the curb on the left just a little bit to make sure the car doesn't continue on into the wall, and trying to get around the outside. I've got MGT11111. Unfortunately, he is spinning on the power behind me there, and we go across the line in P7 for this first race. So, jumping on to the next race. I still haven't set a time because I really wanted to make up for that clumsy start. So I only practiced grid starts between these two races to make sure I could make turn 1. So let's brake earlier this time. And I am braking fairly early, but you can see the gap is closing. We've got a lot of cars aiming for the apex there, so that got a bit scary, but we all seem to have survived this one. Here I'm looking for the 100 board, and I might have braked a tad bit too early, but I've got some cars running straight into the back of me, and it all gets a bit chaotic. I go through one ghosted car, another ghosted car, and let's just lift off and make sure we come down the hill sort of alive. And yeah, so we are up into P6 already, and yeah, we've got another car into the wall. That's why you have to brake a bit at the end of the curb, and we've got some bowling going on behind me. I was lucky to escape all that chaos, and now let's jump ahead and catch up to the guys in front of me. Once again, I'm behind Ghost Rider. I'm just being careful, don't want to run him off the track. So we are trying around the outside once again. No, I think this might turn into a switcheroo instead, getting on the power. A bit of wheel spin there, but we seem to get a better run down the straight. It's a bit of a drag race, but we will keep an eye out for the braking point, and once again really stepping hard on the brakes and manage to get the car stopped at the apex, and we are jumping ahead once again. Now we are at the end of lap 3. We've got Chicken Angel in front of me. He has a bit of a moment, so do I, to be fair, on the exit of the final corner. And once again, this rather scary left-hander, I mess it up a tiny bit. So Chicken Angel is running away, but on the other hand, he taps the wall there, so he gets a bad run up the hill, and I might catch back up to him by the end of that twisty bit coming into the final corner, and just slowly making our way around. And it's time for a last lap battle with Chicken Angel, so let's just stay on board and see what we can do with this one. I am trying to get alongside him into turn 1, making sure to brake in time. He is on my outside, leaving plenty of space, and yeah, we are now side by side through this rather tricky bit, at least in this car, but with respectful driving it is possible. I managed to get ahead into this corner, but I unfortunately also mess it up, so I run wide and Chicken Angel gets past me again. I also don't get the best run down the hill, and Chicken Angel is honking his horn up the hill, but that is a dangerous thing to do when you are on a controller, as he is, as well as me. So you can see he's messing up the final corner, and we are right back at him once again. So this will be sort of a drag race towards the finish line, but Chicken Angel has got this one, and we finish this race in P4. That was a fun ending to that race. So now I have set a qualifying time, so I am starting in P1, and if I can survive turn 1, then I might be good to go. Let's see. I think I got a bit scared already, and I braked a bit too late, also a semi-defensive line, so I got a bad exit out of this corner. Chicken Angel got caught up a bit behind me, and the German driver made a move on him. So now I just have to keep it cool into this corner, into second gear, just let the car roll up to third. Not the best exit, but we are alive. I think it's faster when you can maximize the exit, but don't run too wide, because there's also a wall and it can be a bit messy. And through the final corner down to first gear, staying in first gear all the way until the car is all the way around the corner up to second gear, and power down the straight. And we are jumping ahead in this one, because it ended up being a rather lonely race. So I finished in P1, and this would normally be where this video would end, but I felt like racing a bit more, so I went on my other account, started from the back again. We've got the entire TCR gang in this one. Unfortunately, I got caught out by a car parked on the start-finish straight, probably from a false start penalty. So now I am in P11 and far behind the other drivers. Let's see if we can still salvage something out of this one. We all seem to survive turn 1, and I am almost alongside P10, but I have to back out of this one once again. Now let's be careful into this deadly left-hander. I'm just rolling in, but just as I get on the power, I can see we've got a car coming back onto the track, and yeah, the ghosting system started to work a split second too late. Now I'm just running into the wall, no excuses for that one. This is all going down the drain at the moment, so we are jumping ahead in the race. We are once again coming through the same deadly corner. We've got P10 exiting stage left. We managed to go side by side. I think the Belgian driver was trying to make room for me, but it's so tricky, so he hit the wall in doing so. But thank you for that very nice effort to race clean, and we are sneaking around the final corner and jumping ahead once again in this one. Now we are on lap 3. Now it's Inferno the Fox who is in the gravel at that very same corner that seems to claim a lot of lives in this one. And this time I managed to get the fastest lap, so I think they must be fighting hard ahead of me. A bit of panic downshifting coming into turn 1, almost overcooked this one, but we are right behind the leading pack of this one. You can see we've got a lot of side-by-side stuff going on, and I'm just having a lot of sideways stuff going on all by myself here. Once again, coming around the corner, we survived this time. Now let's get down the hill, lift off in time, so we don't run into the wall, up to 4th and up the hill, looking out for the end of the curb on the left, a bit of braking so the car stays tight and don't go into the back of anyone. Oh, we've got a lot of crashing going on at the final corner. So suddenly I am up to P5. I've got Chicken Angel by my side there, and we go across the line in P5 in this final race. This is a crazy race. I hope I will be able to live stream this before this week is over. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.